You're listening to the Life Coaching Secrets Podcast, episode 195.
Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets.
What's up, coaches? In this episode, I'm going to share how do you handle your family wishes going against your personal aspirations. This is a big one. I've been so eager to talk about this topic for many months now. So have you ever felt torn between the expectations of your loved ones and your own dreams? Or perhaps you've wondered, what do you do when your family doesn't support the path you've chosen, or when your spouse doesn't understand your aspirations? How do you navigate this pressure to conform while yearning to pursue what truly fulfills you? Well, I'm going to share with you how you can handle that part of you that seeks validation from your family or significant other, and how you can really develop the courage to stand firm in your identity and have the power to choose your own path. Now, even if you don't personally struggle with this at this time in your life, you will absolutely have clients who are experiencing a tension between what they want and what their family wants of them. So it is still essential that you know how to handle this sensitive topic with your clients. So I'm going to break this episode into two parts. First, I'm going to talk about how to navigate if your family or your parents don't support your personal aspirations. And then a little bit later in the episode, I'll talk about how to handle if your spouse or your partner doesn't agree with your personal aspirations. Let's start with your family. Usually when it comes to family, it's often the parents that hold the most weight on people. So here are some common areas that family or parents might have disapproval of or judgment of. Typically, it could happen with career choices. So your parents might disapprove of the career path that you're choosing because it might be different from the one they envisioned for you to have. It doesn't really align with their expectations. Maybe lifestyle choices that you have, like living arrangements, or if you are choosing to live in a certain city or have an unconventional lifestyle. It could be the relationship that you're in. They might not approve of your choice of your partner if they don't meet their expectations, or financial decisions you make. So people have judgments, your family might have judgments around how you spend your finances, your spending habits, your investment choices, or even certain debts that you've accumulated. They might have judgment around your parenting style, the way that you also see the world, like your political or social views or religious beliefs. They could have judgments and opinions around your personal appearance, like what you wear, your tattoos or piercings, your overall grooming that you have. And they might even judge your friendship and social circles. I hear this come up often a lot with coaches, that there's usually like one family member who the student in our program like really wishes that they could have the support of. It usually is like a lot of power given to just one family member, like maybe the father or your mother. Right? One person that you're really afraid will judge you for becoming a coach. So you try to hide it or keep it like a dirty little secret. You don't want them to know about it because of how they might judge you. And sometimes it's not even about like your personal aspirations. It could be just your personal identity, like the core parts of who you are. And that could be especially difficult if your family and loved ones don't support you or don't agree with you, or they don't seek to understand you. So I want to explore first, why is it that family and loved ones might not support you and your aspirations? Well, firstly, it's because of their expectations that they have. Often they have their own hopes and dreams, and when you make a choice that doesn't align with those expectations, it could lead to judgment. Okay? And sometimes you have to go against what your family says to really transform your life. Right? What they value just might not be what you end up valuing. So whatever your family wants of you, if they want you to have a house, if they want you to have a stable 9-to-5 job, if they want you to have kids, if they want you to pursue a certain path, that's great for them. That's their dream, but it does not have to be your dream. Now, another reason that family might have resistance against your personal aspirations is because of protective instincts. Okay, it might be coming from a place of concern and a desire to protect you from what they perceive to be harm or discomfort or failure. So, family, even though they have the best intentions, they want us to be safe, which is very kind of them. It's safety in their minds, like their definition of safe. But often, in order to grow and have a fulfilling life, you must do things that are not safe and are not comfortable. You must take action that requires a level of risk. So whenever you have family that is concerned about a level of safety for you, that's usually a sign that you're doing something that's allowing you to grow. That's just what parents do. Like, they are worried about the safety of their kids, even when their kids become adults, right? Otherwise, if you just do whatever is safe, you're going to live in a bubble and you're going to lead a life of total complacency. Like, I might have mentioned my Italian grandmother, we call her Nonna, and I love her so dearly. And whenever I talk with her, she's always like, "Oh, Frankie, be careful, be careful." Like, it's always be careful. Like, if I'm ever traveling, it's always just be careful, be careful. That's just what family is. They will worry about you, but you don't have to take on their worry as your own. Just take it as like, oh, they care about you, they love you. But you don't have to take that on and hold your life back because of it. You can appreciate them for having concern about you while still honoring yourself and not letting their concern about your safety hold you back. Now, another reason why family might resist your personal aspirations is because of their own personal insecurities. They might be projecting their insecurities onto you. They might be judging you harshly as a way to cope with their own unmet expectations for their life. They might be judging you as a way to resolve their own or avoid their own doubts they have about themselves. And that's on them, right? That is their business to work out or not work out. That is not your business, okay? Another reason that your family might resist your personal goals is because they are just afraid of change, right? Any change within a family dynamic can be seen as unsettling, even if it's a positive change. So they might have judgment that is coming up as a response to their fear of things changing or losing a sense of control, or the familiar structure of the family all being altered in some way, right? Many people fear change because it's part of our nature to just fear any kind of change, but it's also in our nature to embrace change as well, right? It's in our evolution to become independent. When your parents raise you, they are raising you to become independent of them. It's evolutionary. It's part of our evolution. We are raised to become independent of our parents. This is a crucial process for our species to adapt and survive. If we are raised to be dependent on our parents, then we are not being raised to be independent, and that will hold you back. So adaptability is key to thriving in various aspects of your life. It's normal for family to be concerned and have fear of change. But really, the part of you that's seeking a new path than that of your parents, it's really an evolutionary instinct, right? It's a way in which you are adapting to the world, because the world that you live in now is different from the world that they grew up in. So it's natural to find new paths and new opportunities. That's a sign that you are following your evolutionary instinct. Now, you might have a fear that if you follow your personal aspirations, that you're going to lose people in your life. Now, here's what I want you to know about this. It is true that you might lose people, but you're only going to lose the people who relied on you giving them something. Okay, those are the people. You will lose the people that cared more about what you did for them, not the people that care about who you are. I'll say that again. You will only lose the people who cared about what you did for them, not the people who truly care about who you are. And I will add to that, and the person you're becoming. Right? When you choose yourself, you must let go of the people who haven't chosen you. I'll say that again. When you choose yourself, you let go of the people who haven't chosen you. So if you fear that you're going to let people down, maybe their expectations weigh on you, sometimes you have to let people down so you can really lift yourself up. And when you really think about it, what is more important to you? Is it having their approval, or is it having your own fulfillment? We can't control other people. Some people are going to approve of the life that we live, and others are simply not going to approve of the life that we live. So when you're seeking approval from others, this can lead to a cycle of dependence where you really are relying on having that validation. And this will prevent you from pursuing your true passions and really achieving your own personal growth. So it is key for you to recognize that the pursuit of your own fulfillment, it requires that you make decisions that may not align with the expectations of others. It's part of playing the game. So don't expect to be understood by people who want something less than you. Don't expect to be understood by people who want something less than you. They might not see your vision. They may not understand your drive, right? Your journey towards your own personal fulfillment likely involves ambitions that others might not share, right? I know for myself, I was the only person in my family, and still to this day, who pursued a career in coaching. No one understood my ambition for coaching, right? When you strive for greater heights, be it in your career or your relationships or your lifestyle, you are going to encounter misunderstandings from people that are comfortable with the status quo. So someone else's inability to grasp your aspirations, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's simply rooted in their own limitations. So in moments like that, it is so essential that you stay true to yourself and really seek the support and the encouragement from those who uplift and those who inspire you. Okay, remember, you want to surround yourself with people who honor not just the person you are, but also the person that you're becoming. Right? Every path is unique. Not everybody is going to comprehend your journey, and that doesn't make your journey wrong. So embrace the fact that your determination to strive for more, it's going to attract people, new connections, new communities who will resonate with you and your ambitions. This is why I think when you become a coach, especially, community is key, right? You must have community because a lot of people in your life might not understand your ambition. You might feel like you're called to coaching and it makes sense to you, but it might not make sense to everyone else in your life. That's why in Thriving Coach Academy, community is such an integral part of our program, and we make sure our students are surrounded by others just like them and have many opportunities to form connections with them. Okay. Now, they may have advice for you, like your family might have some words of caution for you. But one of the things that I believe is that you only be careful, be mindful of who you're taking your advice from. Only take advice from people who are in a place that you wish to be. Right? You want to seek guidance and advice for those who have achieved the goals that you want to achieve and also live the lifestyle that you aspire to live. Right? So their experiences, your family's experiences and their insights may not really be relevant and valuable for you because they might not be living a lifestyle that you want to live. So whoever has a lifestyle that you want to live, someone that you admire, follow that person, right? Listen to that person. You can appreciate your family for providing input. Sometimes they might give unsolicited feedback, which I'll talk about in a moment, but you can hear their input and still choose to honor your own goals. So now I want to talk about boundaries for a moment here, right? Boundaries is not just around you telling someone else how it is that you want to engage with them. You can also have boundaries in what you decide to share with people in your life. And I really believe that your goals, your deepest aspirations, these are sacred. These are not things that you just share with anybody. Your goals are to be shared with those who you trust, who you can trust with them, and who you can trust in supporting you. Okay. So when I started out my coaching business, I would not tell a lot of my family and friends, and especially my parents, I didn't really share with them details about my coaching business for like the first 5 years. It was a long time because I knew that they would have lots of criticisms and they'd have lots of confusion. So I was very selective about things that I would disclose about my goals, especially as a new entrepreneur where everything feels so unknown for the first time. So protect your dreams, right? Your dreams are delicate. You don't want to shatter them with negativity and doubt and a lack of understanding from others. So especially in those early stages, be mindful of your dreams. Make sure you are protecting them. Now, you might also have a concern like, what if when you really start pursuing your dreams, maybe for you it's starting a coaching business, and now part of having a business is you've got to talk about it. You've got to market. You've got to put it out there. You might worry, well, what are my family going to think about me? What if it bothers them when I start talking about and sharing about my business. Maybe like you're worried that they might see what you have to say online. And it's certainly a valid concern to have, but here's something to check in with yourself on. Why are you really worried about bothering your family and friends when it's you sharing something that you're passionate about? Right? If you're worried that it will bother them for you to talk about something that you feel passionate about sharing, then why would you want those people in your life? Right? If you really owning who you are and sharing your gifts, standing in your truth, if it bothers people for you to do that, these are not people that you want to keep close to you. Okay? The people who truly care about your business, they will be excited for you. They will be enthusiastic about the path that you're on, even if they don't fully understand it. Right? You want people who are going to celebrate you for taking risks, for moving your life forward, for embracing growth, for going out of your comfort zone. You want to surround yourself with the people that celebrate your success, and you deserve to be surrounded by those people who uplift you and who cheer you on as you go towards your dreams. People that are genuinely happy to see you succeed. Just because someone is family does not mean that they are genuinely happy for you to be successful. And I know that's sometimes like a hard realization to have. You've got to really examine how true that is for you with your family dynamic. Now, you might have a concern about the reliance you have on some family financially. You might be in a situation where you are not financially independent from your family, and maybe you rely on them, and you feel trapped because you have these personal ambitions that are going to require an investment of your time and investment of money and energy. And it might be family members like parents who have the resources. Well, here's what you need to do. You really need to create a plan for yourself if this is the circumstance you're in. You've got to create a plan for your future that moves you towards financial independence, right? It might be taking on part-time work. It might be having some kind of strategy to earn more income. The faster you can reduce your reliance on your family over time, the faster you're going to open up your life to what you know you're called to do. Okay. You can also have an honest conversation with your parents about your aspirations if your parents are the people who, might be willing to support you. Right? Share your goals with them. Talk about how you envision your future to be and why this means so much to you and why their financial support would be important for you. Right? Having an open and honest conversation, it might be one vulnerable conversation that could really get your family on board. But remember, you don't need your family on board for you to pursue your aspirations. If you require financial support from your parents, make a plan for yourself to become financially independent. Think about how you can earn more or how you can learn a skill that you can monetize. And then lastly, what if it's okay for them to not support you? What if you didn't need to prove anything to them at all? So those are some things to consider if you're feeling like your family wishes go against your personal aspirations. I want to leave you with a little advice if your significant other or your spouse might have some resistance or concern about some of your personal goals. This is a really, when you have something really personal that means a lot to you, this is an opportunity for you to have a really honest conversation with your significant other. And maybe you're sharing finances with your partner, or maybe they have control of most of the finances in the relationship. This is an opportunity for you to have a trust-building conversation where you can ask for them to reinforce their belief in you, right? So instead of just saying, maybe your partner is the one that makes the majority of the income in your relationship, and there's something that you're really called to pursue, and it's going to require an investment. We have some students who they need to have a conversation with their partner before investing in coach training. So here's how you can navigate that in a very empowering way that can build deeper trust between you and your partner. Instead of just saying, hey, here's what it costs. Can you help me pay for this? Which is not really an empowering conversation because it doesn't give any context. You can lead that conversation by saying, here's something that I'm really wanting to pursue, and here's why it's so important to me. And here's the difference I really see this making in our relationships and our life together. And lastly, here is why your support would mean the absolute world to me. So you spell that out. You have a really vulnerable, real conversation with your significant other. And rather than it feeling like you're asking for their permission, you're asking for their belief. Like, do you really believe in me? And this might be the first time you really talk about this with your significant other. So it could be something that transforms your relationship. You're asking for their belief. Lead with that instead of asking for their permission. And I've heard stories where you've had people have had conversations like this, and it was amazing for their significant other to say, "Yes, I believe in you and I support you." And when they originally thought that their partner wouldn't provide some financial support, they do, just from that conversation. And in the case where your partner doesn't believe in you, then this is a hard question you've got to really face, right? Like I would recommend, if your partner does not believe in you, your loved one that you're choosing to be with, what I would invite you to say in that case is, listen, loved one, I want to be in a relationship where my partner believes in me. So what can we do to create that belief in one another? I'll say that one more time. If your partner doesn't believe in you, what you can directly say is, I want to be in a relationship where my partner believes in me. What can we do to create that belief in one another? Now, I want to end by sharing that there is a natural filtering process that happens whenever you really own your truth and follow your dreams. So the people who are in your life right now, they might not be there when you follow your aspirations, when you really be the person you know you're born to be. And it's a hard truth, but it's also a good thing because it's filtering out those who were never truly aligned with your highest self. So when you start pursuing your goals and you live authentically, it's going to create a natural filter. Those who can't support your growth or who are threatened by your ambition or who prefer you stay the same, those people are going to drift away. Let them drift away. It might be painful, but it's necessary. Okay, it is a sign that you're stepping into your truth, right? And only those who resonate with your journey will remain. So embrace this filtering process. It is not about you losing people. It's about you gaining and keeping the right ones. Those who stay are the ones who will celebrate your victories, who will encourage you during your setbacks, and really help you become the best version of yourself. So don't be afraid to let go of those who don't serve you. As you rise in your life, you're going to attract those who are meant to rise with you. We all have people in our lives that at times we need to filter out. It might be the ones who discourage your dreams, who downplay your achievements, or who just keep you stuck in a version of yourself that you know you've outgrown. And this could be uncomfortable to face, but it's really true. Not everyone is meant to be with you on every stage of your journey. So as you grow, as you pursue your ambitions, you're bound to change. Okay, with that change, relationships will either evolve or they'll dissolve. Okay, it's not about you cutting people out. It is about you recognizing who uplifts you and those who hold you back. Okay, it's about knowing your worth and surrounding yourself with people who see it too. So let this filtering process happen. It is an act of self-respect. When you let go of the people who drain you, you're creating space for those who really genuinely want to cheer you on, even if they don't understand your vision. Those people who will walk beside you as you climb. I want to finish this by saying that I know the voice of some loved ones in your life may carry a lot of weight, but it does not define your path. It is so essential for you to honor your dreams, even when they diverge from the expectations of those around you. So my invitation for you is to embrace the courage to stand firm in your identity, knowing that your true fulfillment often requires stepping outside of your comfort zone and really challenging the status quo. Surround yourself with those who uplift you. You deserve that. Don't shy away from pursuing what really ignites your passion. Even when it's hard, sometimes you really need to choose yourself. And remember that you have the power to create a life that really resonates with your authentic self. Your dreams matter. And when you choose to honor them, it just might inspire others to do the same. So go forth with your conviction, because your personal aspirations are worth every step of the journey. All right, that's what I got in this episode on personal aspirations versus family wishes. And before I go, I'm going to leave a snippet from an interview that I had with one of our coaches inside Thriving Coach Academy, so you can hear their experience and also learn about their tips for you to be successful as a coach. Enjoy their story, and I will see you in the next episode.
Hi, I'm Christopher Michael. I'm currently a hairstylist in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm also a student in the Thriving Coach Academy. So when I'm doing hair at the salon, I'm really tuned into my client who's sitting in my chair, and I really enjoy having the conversations that I get to have with my clients because anybody in the salon will tell you anything. And they always told me, "You're such a great listener." Like, normally, it's like hair and therapy all in one. And so as I was in my own personal development, I realized that the thing I love most about doing hair are the conversations that I get to have with clients as I'm doing their hair. The ability to be like fully present in the conversation with my clients, I could tell had a really big impact on them. And so I started to wonder, maybe coaching is more the direction I want to go. If I could just put the scissors down and just sit there and listen and help people with their lives. And what a great thing that would be able to make a difference for people. What drew me to the academy initially was the energy that I experienced listening to Frank's podcasts. When I learned about all of the things that it offered, I realized that it had the thing that every other program and training program I've been part of was missing, and that's structure and business development and client marketing. Doing a podcast, doing a webinar, all of those things have been thoughts I've had in the past. And I was super excited to start this program because there was a lot of training and development in those specific areas. I think my favorite thing about the coaching program or the academy is all of the practice coaching that we get. I've had a lot of training and coaching and just interacting with people and listening in other programs. But what I love about the academy is that there's a lot of specific emphasis put on making you get in, just step into the role, just do the practice coaching. And I get to meet a bunch of really great coaches, and I get coaching myself, which also helps. And the energy is always fun. It always feels like such a safe place to grow and to learn. And I always leave every call with the experience that the team is just there really supporting what I'm out to create for myself. The fear that I was having about investing in this program was really based on the thought that I don't know that my husband's going to approve, or I don't know if I can actually do it. So he gave me some coaching around that. And I had a conversation with my husband about the possibility of joining the program. And there was nothing there for him about why I shouldn't. It was so easy. So I think in that moment, I realized that the only thing that was really getting in my way was this fear that I had about not being able to do it. So here I am. So I thought just do it. It's an investment, and I pay the money and I joined the program. And I have been every time I'm completely blown away. Like, I've paid tens of thousands of dollars over the years for different programs, and I've received a fraction of the training and development I've gotten in this one in just what it's been 2 months maybe. And so if you're having the thought that your partner is not going to approve, I would invite you to just have the conversation and show up with the excitement you have for the career you want to create. I'd say my biggest win so far after joining the academy is knowing myself as somebody who is perfectly capable of having a coaching conversation, of building a coaching business. And as somebody who is worthy of the success that I always carried in the back of my mind, that all the practice coaching and mentor coaching and interactions I have with the team, they've been so validating for what I believe to be the case, that I am an awesome person with a lot to give, and that I'm worthy of providing value in every coaching session. What I see that's possible for myself is stepping away from the salon while maintaining the connections I've already built with the clients that I have. So I'm not leaving the business, I'm just leaving the craft of hair. Eventually, I will step away from that, and it will give me freedom where I won't be tethered to a salon. I won't be tethered to a specific chair. That I could travel more, which is what I love to travel. If I could go somewhere tropical and have a coaching call, like in a hotel room right on the ocean, that would be amazing. And being able to get paid while traveling and working and loving what I do. There's great money to be made in the hair industry, but there's such untapped potential, I think, in the coaching industry, where you could be anywhere in the world and be doing this work. You could have clients anywhere in the world and just to push up a button, build a very successful business, making $10,000 a month. Now that I'm in the program, I've been in the program for 2.5 months. It's so obvious to me that the amount of value packed into this program far exceeds. Like, I've been looking for this program for 7 years. I've been in this work 7 years, and this program has like everything that every other program was missing. It was like maybe missing from this program or this part missing from this program, but this Thriving Coach Academy seems to have all of the elements that were missing piece by piece in all of the other programs in the past 7 years. So if you don't want to wait 7 years to discover what's possible, then I would say, like, just throw yourself into it. Because it's not just a program. It's like really access to the rest of your life.
Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coaches' secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.